Hello, World of Jake 2012 here, and today I'm going to be taking a look at my Nintendo DS games collection. Yeah, I know, it's been a while since I did a game collection, hasn't it? Yeah. The Nintendo DS, basically, it's a console. It's one of the most it's one of the best-selling consoles of all time. It's like, I think it's the second best-selling next to the PS2. But yeah, sold that many copies, and well, what do you expect? I mean, it's like a console with two screens, and it's like a pretty impressive idea when you think about it. And then, yeah. And there was me thinking it would go on forever, but apparently it'd been replaced by the 3DS, and then, there we go. I guess time really just, I guess with time comes change, and yeah. And I have quite a big DS collection, yeah. I think it was bigger than my 3DS collection, yeah, it is, because the fact that, yeah, I should probably look for some more 3DS games that aren't from Nintendo, because I seem to have so many Nintendo ones in my 3DS collection, but that's irrelevant. Let's take a look at the ones we have in store. Starting with the first one I have in the pile. Spectrobes. Now, this is a game that my brother used to play a lot. And, I don't really play much of it, but, I mean, it's a Disney game, but, yeah. I'm not really interested in these kind of games, mainly because they take too long. But hey, on the plus side, they do come with these holographic cards. Yeah, holograms, and they have holes in them too, for some reason. I don't play Spectrobes, so if you know what these mean, please post them in the comments, and I might or might not read them. Yeah. Yeah, so I should probably I'll probably see what the fuss of this game is about. Space Invaders Revolution. Yes. For some reason published by Rising Star and distributed by Atari for some reason. Yeah, and basically, Space Invaders is basically... How am I going to explain you what Space Invaders is? You all know what it is by now. You basically you're in a spaceship and you have these alien fleet trying to shoot you down. And yeah, you have to shoot them. And that's pretty much it. You have to defend the Earth from video games' oldest enemy. Oh really? I thought video game's oldest enemy was made back in 1972 when the Magnavox Odyssey came out. I don't know. Although this came out in the original game came out in 1978, but yeah, this is a pretty good remake too. I like playing it, and I mean with this game there's two modes. There's the old age mode, or was it? Is it? No, it's classic version even. Why do I call it old age? What? Yeah, I have that mode. But basically, it's like the old game, which I have on the PC. Actually, I have the actual original Space Invaders Anniversary Collection on the PC. And then we have the New Age version, where you basically have to destroy aliens around the world, as you can see. Oh wait, no, oh wait, and you also have other weapons too, like as you can see, I have lasers, and stuff like that to make the game more interesting. When you fight around the world. Like you can see, there's one about America and New York. Yeah. So yeah. I mean, it's a pretty good game. It has two nice modes, and it's good for any old fans of this game. Animaniacs, lights, camera, action. Yeah, basically. Yeah, Animaniacs is a freaking awesome series. I mean, like, one of the best cartoons ever made. I mean, it's really good, especially for its, like, jokes. I mean, like, there are jokes. They're very special kind of jokes, because, basically, they're jokes that you wouldn't get when you're young, but then when you're older, you'd get them immediately. That's what we in the trade call innuendo. Yeah, and this is a pretty decent game on the DS. Although it's not the best one, but it's pretty cool. I personally prefer Great Edgar Hunt on GameCube, which I still have in my collection, and I got later on in my life. Basically, in this game, you play as the Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain in movies. Yeah, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Got the manual here. Here's the director, and yeah. I always like the Animaniacs' faces there. Look, there's Yakko, Wacko, and Dot over there. Yeah, this game Actually, this game... hang on, let me explain a bit more. Here's the characters. Some of the characters... the brain can't jump and Dot can't push. That's mainly made so that all the characters don't feel the same. And Yakko can throw further than the other Animaniacs. So, yeah. And look, this screenshot actually looks like it's has GBA aspect ratio by the looks of it. In fact, this looks like it's from the GBA port. This was a GBA game originally. I think they might have ported it on the DS. Considering the fact that this game doesn't use the X button or the Y button, I'd kind of assume that it was released on GBA first. And I kind of assume that too, considering that this game uses a password system. Yeah, I wrote down the passwords, but yeah. This game uses a password system, and for a DS game, that's not really good. But the multiplayer in this game is pretty good, though. That's something to say about it. So yeah, if you like Animaniacs, this is a good game. But I personally prefer the Great Edgar Hunt. Mario vs. Donkey Kong 2, March of the Minis. Now, basically, the second Mario vs. Donkey Kong game before they decided to make a lot of sequels. But they were still pretty good. I mean, I played them also Minis March again on the DSiWare. Anyway, yeah, this is a sequel to Mario vs. Donkey Kong on Game Boy Advance, except this plays them quite differently from the first one. For one, you don't play as Mario in this one, you play as these mini Marios. And yeah, I mean, I like the idea of it. I mean, I always wanted to play this game, and I have it now. And yeah, it uses Wi-Fi connection. I never managed to connect to Wi-Fi connection ever, because of the fact that I would just type down the internet codes wrongly, and I was like, crap. I guess I screwed up again, and I'm pretty sure I won't be able to. I'll never be able to connect to Wi-Fi connection, because I'm pretty sure Wi-Fi connection is pretty much closed down, unfortunately, so that way you can never play Brawl with your friends. Yeah, this game is pretty good. I mean, this game has FMV, which is for the act image, which uses act image, this game. And it's pretty impressive for how it is, including like it's on a cartridge, and you can't really fit in FMV on a cartridge. We learned that with the Nintendo 64 and the PS1 next to each other. PS1 can play FMV, but N64 can't. But anyway, what else does this game have that's good? Let's see, good boss puzzles. Oh yeah, and a level editor. That's right, you can make your own levels on this. And I think this idea, along with the level editors for the rest of them, Mario vs. Donkey Kong series, inspired Super Mario Maker on Wii U. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Because I think Shigeru Miyamoto said one part that he liked in making the level editor on he was always interested in making levels and sharing them. So he decided to put some level editor in here, along with the rest of the Mario vs. Donkey Kong games afterwards. And then Mario Maker came out. This is still fun. I mean, like, nice puzzles and some pretty nice levels and nice designs too. Super Princess Peach. No? Don't say that. Don't say the fact that it's a girls' game, because that's pretty much sexist. I mean, I swear. I mean, boys can like girl things too. How do you explain bronies exist? Anyway, Super Princess Peach, yes. Basically, people were sick of the whole same story about Princess Peach getting captured by Bowser and all yada yada yada. And so, because of this, they decided to do some role reversals. Princess Peach is the hero, and Mario is the one who you save, which is a pretty cool idea. And you know how this works? Well, you will see. We have these emotions, as you can see. Well, before they made Inside Out, we have 3 Inside Out. We have 3 Inside Out emotions, and one would basically we have them. Is that what do you call them? Joy, anger, sadness, and calm. Not disgust, even though it's green, but I don't care. Yeah, joy basically can fly around and happily kill enemies and stuff and fly. Anger, you basically when you're angry, you can pretty much stomp heavy. You're pretty much heavier, and so that way you can cause a small earthquake. sadness, you basically cry tears, and thus killing any enemies around you, and calm, that basically just replenishes your health if your health is low. Yeah. So yeah, this is different. You play as Peach, not Mario or Luigi. Peach, and you save Toads, and you have an umbrella as well, called Perry, who I think should appear in more games. You know, he's not even in any of Smash Brothers games. Not even after this game. Was this game made again? Oh yeah, 2005 or 2006 or so. Or 2006 or something. Yeah. It's still a pretty good game though. And the minigames in this game were awesome too. And the rest of the stuff, I mean, the music is good. And all the rest of the ideas simulated in this. I recommend you get this game. Sonic Rush. Yeah, one of my first DS games next to New Super Mario Brothers. Sonic Rush is the first Sonic game released for the DS. And as Nintendo, official Nintendo magazine said, it's the best Sonic game ever. Yeah. Well, as much as I like this game, I wouldn't go as far as saying it's the best. I mean, I actually prefer Sonic 3 Knuckles and Sonic CD and Sonic Adventure 2 as better Sonic games than this, but this was still pretty good. Well, this claims that Sonic Team developed it, but actually, they actually kind of worked on it, to be fair, but Dimps actually developed this game, because it's kind of running just as Sonic Advance. Yeah. I mean, it has some nice 2D. This game introduces Blaze the cat, as well as and this game also introduces the 4 kid voice actors. Well, this game and Shadow the Hedgehog, but yeah. This game is pretty good. I mean, it has like nice 2D sections for the old gamers, but it also has some nice little... People don't like the music in this game, because, well, to be honest, I don't really like much of this music either, because of the fact that, I don't know, J-pop or something. But this is still pretty good. You just advertised Sonic Riders, which wasn't a fantastic game. But it was still a good game. Rayman Raving Rabbids 2. Yeah, I have the first one on the PS2 and the third one on the Wii, and I have this on the DS. It's the party game most fun on the DS. It's the most fun party game on your DS, says Nintendo Action, which is basically a nice little Nintendo magazine that you can buy in Spain, which I usually get before I go home, which is pretty good. Anyway, this is a good game. I mean, like, I could have gotten the Wii version too, but I personally would have preferred a party game over a shooter game myself. Sorry about saying that, but it's true. Yeah, you can basically customize your rabbit, and even you can customize your rabbit, draw, and even record your own rabbit scream. You know, the one that goes, "Bah!" and something that goes up. And you can actually play lots of mini games. You can play a sort of Guitar Hero game thing. And then you can play lots of mini games which are multiplayer, which is pretty good. And there's some pretty nice multiplayer mini games here too, which is pretty awesome. Yeah. Yeah, this is a pretty awesome game. So if you have a DS and have enough money, I suggest you get this. Metroid Prime Pinball includes Rumble Pack. This game comes with the Rumble Pack, and this is probably why it's sold like hotcake. Well, mainly because that, and it's a good game. But basically, it's a pinball game, and you can it has some adventure elements apparently. Collect artifacts, battle bosses, and play minigames in this pinball game based on the Metroid Prime regions. You hit the drop targets to release Metroid in the 8-player wireless game. And basically, people eat chicken bump through the special DS Rumble Pack. This comes with the Rumble Pack. You know, the Rumble Pack that was kind of like the one on the Nintendo 64. Yeah. Except you couldn't use this Rumble Pack on the DSi or the 3DS. So basically, this selling point is a bit irrelevant now, but it was still pretty good. I mean, it looked like a GBA cart. So basically, that's the reason why we couldn't play this game with some Rumble features. But it was still it was pretty good. Scribblenauts. This game is freaking awesome. Anyway, actually, this isn't actually an official case. I actually printed this out because when I bought this game at GameStop, they didn't come with the official case, so I had to print one out myself. I even printed out a manual too, as everything. Yeah, this was the original Scribblenauts. Yeah, and it's a pretty freaking awesome game. I mean, you can you can write stuff down, and it can appear in the game. And then the mechanic became better with Super Scribblenauts on the DS, and then Scribblenauts Unlimited for the Wii U, 3DS, and PC, which is freaking awesome. Although I have to actually buy that game on Steam, considering the fact that the one I have can't really use the Steam Workshop, which isn't really good. So I have to just use my own copy and wait for money for Steam, because that's pretty interesting. That's pretty important. Yeah. Anyway, I have this. This is actually basically in this game you can basically make your own stuff appear by actually typing it down, and here you go, get your stuff. Here's my manual that's poorly made. Yeah, you can just read the manual here yourself. It's freaking dumb. Yeah, doesn't explain that much. Tricks. Top 6 tips. It says tricks, but it doesn't look like it, so it says ticks, looks like. So yeah. There's some tips. I mainly got this from a magazine, from the official Nintendo magazine, I think. But yeah, I have other titles, but they weren't even anything connected to each other, except maybe Drawn to Life and Scribblenauts. They were developed by the same people. But yeah. This game's freaking awesome. I suggest you buy it. And it's one of the best DS games out there, if you can pick it up for a cheap price. And I should probably look for them Super Scribblenauts as well. WarioWare, do it yourself. Make it yourself, play it yourself, do it yourself. Basically, this is one of the best DS games out there. I mean, so much replay value. You can pretty much, make as many games as you like. I mean, yeah, so many games. And you make games, music, and comics all in this little package of a game. And it's freaking awesome. You can make micro games and play them. And it's freaking great. Yeah. This is a freaking awesome game. You can play. Here you go. You can connect to the internet and download some more. And then, hey, read this before you play. Never. Here's Penny. I don't know, but I was gonna say she might be introducing this game, but I thought, hang on, no, she didn't actually. She appeared in Smooth Moves, I think, on the Wii. Anyway, let's see. We have the map here and some nice little interesting stuff. We have the Super Maker-Matic 21. There's some nice little games. And this is actually the first time I ever played Wario's microgames. And we learned that Ashley's microgames are food-based. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Freaking awesome game. Bonus microgames aren't strange. Shin-chan flipa en colores. Basically, a flip in colors or something, I don't know. Published by 505 Games in Spain. It was only released in 2 countries, Japan and Spain. And actually, I think it might be released in Korea as well. I don't know. I could check that later. Yeah. They didn't release every Shin-chan game in Spain. They only released the ones that they felt like releasing. I have one on the one on GBA, and I have one on the Wii, and that's pretty much all the ones that I have. They released another one on the DS, and another one in the. Actually, there is 2 other ones in the DS and another one on the GBA. So I might look for those when I actually get any money to buy. But yeah, this is a pretty good game, and yeah, it plays a lot like the one. It plays a lot like the GBA game, Band Presto and. Inti Creates is a pretty good company that made this game, and yeah, I like this game. It has a nice mechanic that basically you can use the colors to progress in the game, and that's pretty interesting mechanic considering the fact that, yeah, I pretty like this game. I mean, Shin Chan's one of my favorite animes ever, and yeah, having games of this is pretty awesome. Super Monkey Ball Touch and Roll. Yeah, basically the first Super Monkey Ball game on the DS. Yeah, Super Monkey Ball, if you don't know, is a puzzle game basically where you lead your monkey to the goal while having to go through levels of tediousness, but good tediousness, of course. Yeah, it's a pretty fun game, and it's pretty addicting, like all the rest of the Super Monkey Ball games. I mean, like a lot of them. Yeah, you can play as an I, Mimi, Baby, and Gong Gong, like they could in the previous ones. And the other ones too. Yeah. So yeah, this is a pretty good game. And it's pretty addicting. And a lot of the levels here are really hard too. So yeah. It's a pretty, yeah. If you love Super Monkey Ball, get this game. You will not be disappointed. It has nice mini games too, like the previous ones. Yeah. And this advertises Sonic Riders again. Sega just really loves to advertise Sonic Riders, don't they? Yeah, this game is freaking awesome and I suggest you buy it. Club Penguin Elite Penguin Force. Yeah, this is the collector's edition of this game. So basically you get more stuff in it. Well, you would get more stuff in it if I actually had it with me. But for now, I'll just take my word for it. Actually, no, don't take my word for it. Actually, I have it written down right here. It's actually written down here. Exclusive payments. Skin for the DS Lite. Stylus. And 250 coins to unlock online. Yeah, that's good to know. Yeah, Elite Penguin Force. This isn't a port of the actual Club Penguin for the DS, as cool as that would be. But no, this is actually just a game where you can do secret agent stuff. And yeah, it's pretty interesting actually. Yeah, it was back. I got this game back when we were big Club Penguin fans. Yeah, yeah, and I don't really play Penguin much anymore, but I do still have the a few because mainly I'm trying to look for trainers of it. By trainers, I mean like things to use to actually get stuff, not actual trainers for them. I don't know. And don't forget, there's also the sequel too. Club Penguin Herbert's Revenge. Yes. The sequel. Instead of a red penguin over there, it's an orange one. And that's not really that's the least of our worries. Here we go, here's a green puffle with a propeller gap. Here we go, there's Gary. Yeah. I remember back then when we were meeting celebrities on Club Penguin was a big thing, and to be fair, it kinda is still a big thing. But yeah, every time you go on there, it's still awesome if you met Rock Hopper on Club Penguin, it would be like, oh my god, I'm your biggest fan. That's why I was called Rock Hopper is the man for my second account, because of Rock Hopper from Club Penguin. Yeah, I bet you didn't know that. Or maybe you did. So yeah, here we go. Here's Herbert. If you don't know it, basically it's sort of series' antagonist. Assuming it has an antagonist. I can't remember what this penguin's name was called. Maybe it says in the manual, but I don't really care much. Here you go. There's the game in English and French, but the manual's in English and Portuguese. Let's just open it and let's see what her name is. I don't know, I'm reading the Portuguese. Oh wait, I've forgotten that her name isn't even mentioned anywhere. No, it's not. Clearly. Right. Look for a secret code on the back of your Elite Penguin Force agent card included with your game. Wait, what? I didn't know. I didn't realize. Really? Uh-oh. It's a code. I have to show it. Here we go. Here's what it is. There's a code underneath my thumb, but I can't show it to you because yeah, it's a code. Good Club Penguin to unlock items online. Yeah. But I didn't realize there was also a poster I could hang up on my wall. Or is that a poster? It was just an advertisement campaign. I don't know. But it would be cool to hang on my wall. I'll probably do it sometime. When I'm probably thinking here maybe. That will probably be good. Or I could do the other side too. I don't know, it's pretty interesting. The last time I've been on Club Penguin, by the way, was like when I was like basically doing some stuff. Basically, it was for them. There was this sort of thing about Inside Out that was basically there. So basically, I just went on it and just did my own business. Tetris DS. It's Tetris on the DS. What more do you need? You don't need to be explained much more than that. Yeah, Tetris is a game, but basically, why am I going to explain Tetris to you? You know what it is. Yeah, it's a game that can be published by any company, but for this one, it's published by Nintendo because it has Nintendo intellectual properties. Yeah, it's like Mario for here, right here, and it also has Link, Donkey Kong, Samus. Yeah, it has different modes. Yet the normal mode, which is basically the normal Tetris. But you also have modes like touch mode, where basically you can drag stuff. Push mode, where you basically battle against the computer in a game of Tetris. I never managed to win a game of that. And there's also a few other modes too. This is the American version, by the way, so... Yeah, I don't really care though, because the fact that I felt like getting the American version and not the European version, because, yeah. Although the only thing that really matters is the fact that I can play this on the actual European DS, which is all that matters to me. Main menu. And here you go. Let's see, we have lots of other modes. Like we have touch mode, we have puzzle mode. Basically, you clear blocks for stuffing, and mission mode. Yeah, and catch mode too. Mission mode basically in Zelda themed and catch is Metroid themed. Yeah, they're pretty good. I used to have a Nintendo Power leaflet behind there, but I don't have it anymore. Need help with installation, maintenance, service? Remember this? I don't, because I wasn't even born in America. Or I've never been to America in my entire life. Yeah. This is a good game. Sonic Classic Collection. 4 classics in one game. Actually, it only has more than 4 classics. It has 6 classics. Because not only does it have Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, and Sonic and Knuckles, but it also has Knuckles in Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 and Knuckles. That is pretty awesome. Yeah. Even though I already had these games, goodness knows how many times I decided to get them going on the DS. Why? I don't even know myself. But let's see, we have these games. Here we go. Sonic in a Ring. You have the manual. Advertises modern Sonic and Olympic Winter Games. Okay, it has Sonic 3, Sonic 2, Sonic 3 Knuckles, and Sonic Knuckles and stuff. Yeah. They're pretty simple. They're all pretty much straightforward games. You can pretty much figure out how to play them. All the ones here seem to be... Anyway, here we go. Spin Dash cannot be used in Sonic 1 here because, I don't know. Even though it can be used in other games like Sonic Jam and Sonic Genesis GBA, which was a friggin' terrible game. And Sonic on the Android... that game on the Android, which I played, and it was really awesome, and probably the best way to play it. Sonic 2 is also best to play on Android. Sonic 3, unfortunately, is not on Android. Sonic and Knuckles, we have those. Here we go, we have lots of stuff. They don't explain much, though. Probably because it's an easy... More Sonic and Knuckles games! Combined lock-on games of Sonic Knuckles can also be played in this collection placed on. Yes. For some reason, it's not called Knuckles and Sonic. For some reason, Sonic 3 and Knuckles in this game, as listed in the menu, is called Knuckles and Sonic 3, which is kind of weird considering that Knuckles was already in Sonic 3. That kind of doesn't make sense. But yeah, this is a pretty good compilation, and it's probably better. And I looked up information about this earlier, and apparently this uses an emulator. With some modified ROMs. Yeah, modified ROMs. That means that they got rid of the multiplayer options in the Sonic 2 and 3. And so yeah, you can't perform the debug modes or the level select codes in some of the games. You can do it in Sonic 1 easily, but you can't, and you can kind of do it in Knuckles and Sonic 2, but that's pretty much the only ones I can pretty much figure out how to do it. You can do the code in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but you can't press start to pause the game, so that's pretty much ruined already. So yeah, this is still a pretty awesome game, and if you want to play it, if you want to play Sonic on the handheld, get this, and not Sonic the Hedgehog Genesis. Arthur and the Invisibles. This is DS version. This game was multi-platform, and the other versions weren't like this. They were basically the other versions were basically sort of action adventure games. I think this is based on the film, by the way, which I have, and I kind of like. I mean, it's from Luc Besson, and it's pretty good. Although only now do I realize that a lot of people don't like this film. I don't even. Yeah, and I was saying the DS version is like a WarioWare clone, basically, where basically you know what WarioWare is, right? Basically, it's the game where you have to do mini games in quick succession, and thus making it. Yeah, you can take care of Mulmulls as much, which kind of reminds me of Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2, but with the Chow Gardens. But I never really paid attention to that much, really. But yeah, I only really paid attention to the micro games here, mainly because it reminds you of WarioWare. 1 to 0 2 players. Yeah. Yeah, this game is pretty good. But I mean, but yeah, when you start the game, it gets easy. But then when you get later on in the game, it kind of gets really difficult later on. I swear. Well, this is still a good game. And speaking of WarioWare, I have this game, the actual WarioWare. Well, I have WarioWare DIY as well, but I already showed that part 1. WarioWare Touched. Yet basically, this is the first WarioWare game on the DS, and it's the first WarioWare game I've ever gotten because, well, I mainly got it because I don't usually get them much. Actually, I wasn't going to actually, but I actually like him because, as I said before. Like I said, the micro games, they're basically games that you play in quick succession. You have to do it really quickly, or else you'll lose. Yeah. And this specific WarioWare game introduced us to Ashley, which actually was the main reason why I even got this game. Actually, I swear. I literally. But then later on, I realized that this game was more than just Ashley want content. That was the worst wording ever, Jake. Yeah, this is a good game, and then after playing this game, I realized that WarioWare was a pretty good game to play when you want to do something in quick succession, and yeah, the WarioWare series is freaking awesome in general. The manual has something though. At the end of the manual. When you take a look at it, yeah, Mike, 9 volt, 18 volt, they don't really like video games, they only like Nintendo video games, they're Nintendo fanboys. Yeah, seriously, her theme song is so freaking catchy. Who's the girl next door living in the haunted mansion? You better know my name, cause I am Ashley. Yeah, here we go. And at the end of the manual, you just have these activities. What does this think it is? An activity. What is this? A manual or an activity book? But yeah, it's still a pretty good game. Really addicting too. Orbulon doesn't appear in the game. Well, he does appear in the game actually, but he doesn't have his own micro games. But I don't know, that's not really important. Even though Orbulon's the best Mario character. Kirby Mouse Attack, or Kirby Squeak Squad in the USA. Yeah, basically it's a Kirby game on DS, and actually it's the only one I actually have any knowledge of actually owning, because the fact that I don't know, I don't really get much Kirby games. I really should though, considering the fact that Kirby is one of my favorite Brave Little Toaster characters. I mean, it's a really good Nintendo character. yeah, mouse attack. Yeah, basically, in this tale, basically Kirby, when Kirby was eating his cake, someone comes by and takes the cake from him, and Kirby thinks it's King Dedede, but it wasn't King Dedede, and so basically he goes around trying to look for the cake, but then it turns out it had been taken by mice, and then the mice just decide to destroy him, because that's how the games work. And I now only realize that he looks freaking awesome. And so does Meta Knight, which is actually pretty good. Meta Knight's one of the best Kirby characters ever. I mean, I play him a lot in Smash Brothers. Yeah. I swear to God, I actually said this once. I literally thought Kirby was a girl. Yeah. I swear. I don't know why I'm even... Oh, probably because pink is a girl's color, but although it's not really. I mean, like as Eraser once said in BFDI, pink can be manly too. Yeah, 2 to 4 players can play. It has nice mini games too. Pokemon HeartGold and Pokemon SoulSilver. Yeah, the first Pokemon game I've ever played. This one. This is the first. This one was my brother's. This one was mine. I didn't really progress that much in the game, actually. My brother claims I suck at the game, but then I realized that Bugsy, Bugsy was like really hard. Like, I don't know. I don't know if my Pokemon are against my I don't know if my Pokemon are good against Scyther. Is that one? I can't remember. Yeah. But yeah. That's pretty much it. I mean, this is a good game. I mean, like... I don't know how I managed to do it, but for some reason I decided to. But yeah, basically I managed to get some Pokemon that you weren't supposed to get on this game. Like Jirachi. I mainly got Jirachi because of the fact that Rabbids 656 used him as an avatar back then. Probably still does. I mean... Yeah. I also got Celebi and Shaman and Pachirisu and Pikachu and Pichu and Curlia. Yeah, say I have poor taste. That's only because you can't accept my opinion on Pokemon. Especially with Pichu. Why does everyone hate Pichu? I mean, like, yeah. Why? And I gave every single one Everstones so they could stake you forever. And I didn't. And I sounded like a bit of a wimp now. Yeah, go ahead, post in the comments. I'm a bit of a wuss, aren't I? Yeah, thank you. That's definitely showing my self-esteem. Yeah, take your Pokemon with you. Yes, this has the Pokewalker accessory. Yeah, you basically use the I never used it, but I'm gonna guess you use it to use your Pokemon when you're not using. I don't know. I don't never used it, but this is still a pretty good game. That's 2. New Super Mario Brothers. Yes. The first Mario game, the first DS game I have ever had along with Sonic Rush. Except this is a version I actually got again because of the fact that I lost my old copy. And then until someone found my lost copy and we sold the old copy. So, yeah. We still have the box for the new one. Anyway, here we go. The menu. New Super Mario Bros. Basically the start of the. Basically, they didn't release a 2D Mario game in years, so they decided to create a new Mario game for the first time players of Mario. And it's pretty good. I mean, if you didn't have this game, you weren't considered a DS owner. But yeah, this is a pretty awesome game, and I suggest you pick it up. Donkey Kong Jungle Climber. Yes. I believe it plays like Donkey Kong King of Swing on GBA. And yeah. I don't know. But it's still a pretty good game. Basically you play as Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. But you can't because you can jump using the A button, but you can also use the L and R button. You use the L and R buttons in this game quite a lot actually. Yeah. And that's one of those. And it's one of those reasons as to why this game is pretty interesting. Yeah. Spin, swing, and fling yourself into adventure, it says. Simple controls make the game fun and easy to play so that all players of all skill levels can swing and climb their way to new heights. Yeah. Simple controls, that's a good thing. Yes. Pick from Donkey Kong Crew. Donkey Kong, Diddy, Dixie, and Funky are all here. And so is Candy, if I remember. Yeah. Here's the bookie. This is the bookie. Donkey Kong. You have all the characters here. Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Cranky Kong, Funky Kong, and King K. Rool. And I think this one's a new one. Here we go, an alien. It's like banana. Zananab, I think it's how it's pronounced, or Zananab, if you can confuse your X's. Yeah, this is a pretty good game. Bubble Revolution. Yes, the revolution of the Bubble games. Yeah, it's quite similar to the Space Invaders one, because it has the original one and the new age one. Well, basically, the classic one was basically the same one as they have in the arcade, and then the new one was basically the one that they didn't show in the arcade. They made just for this game, and then everyone was like, and then when that mode was shown, moving, and everyone was like, "Oh no, this game is scrolling! This game sucks!" I swear, I read a magazine that said that Bubble games with scrolling suck. I mean, like, how does that work? I mean, like, games like, friggin' Mario game, well, pretty much any platformer out there, pretty much almost every platformer out there seems to have scrolling in it, and no one complains about that, but when this game has scrolling, everyone's like, "No, don't have scrolling in it, this is just a terrible thing to do. You're evil." Yeah, that's pretty much how everyone's act like. But I'm like, it's not too bad. I mean, like, scrolling, what's the worst? There's nothing too bad about that. It's only people who are just hypocrites. Anyway, Bubble Revolution. It's a good game. It has the original Bubble game as it says here, and it's pretty nice. I recommend you get this. Custom Robo Arena. I don't play much the custom Robo games. Again, this was mainly for my brother. You play as robots, and yeah, yeah. It's pretty interesting. I mean, like, yeah. Although I like some of the stuff up here that they have, like the sprites in it and some other stuff. I don't really play much to this game, really, but yeah. Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood. Yeah, the Sonic game. It's an RPG as well. They didn't make any sequels of this game, as far as I know, and I don't think they would make a sequel, considering the fact that WarioWare is now owned by Electronic Arts, or EA, as everyone seems to call it these days. Yeah. Sonic Chronicles. It's okay, but I mean, like, but I don't think that RPG and Sonic would go well together, to be honest. But I tell you what, though, Big the Cat reappears in this one, so I guess that's the world in shambles, I guess. Not much to talk about this game. I mean, it's an RPG. I mean, it's okay. I mean, like, but I'm not really much in RPGs. Yeah, but yeah, it's okay. Disney Friends. Oh my god, I have so much memories of this game. I mean, like, yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, like, you can take care of him. You can talk. You can play with him. Disney characters. You can play with Stitch, Dory, Pooh, and Simba. And it's pretty good. I mean, like, I always played this game a lot when I was, like, young. And yeah, it's pretty fun. You can draw stuff, you can make music, and you can actually talk to them with some results. And you can even decorate their homes, and as well as give them some decorations themselves. And it even seems to pass by the time too, so that's pretty good. yeah, it's a pretty awesome game. Nice to see your nice to see your actual Disney friends. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games. Yeah. By the way, what do I think of Mario and Sonic? As in the actual games, I think that it's actually a good thing that Mario and Sonic are actually team up with each other, because I never really see them that much with each other. Yeah. But yeah, it's not really a problem. I mean, like, whenever you imagine Mario and Sonic together, we always imagine them battling it out, although that kind of already happened with Smash Brothers Brawl and Smash Brothers on 3DS and Wii U. But yeah, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games is out on the DS. I got the DS version, I don't know why, but I think it was because of reasons. Combining the world's greatest winter games in Vancouver. Ew. I don't know what happened there. Welcome to Vancouver. It's in Canada. Yeah. I like the sports in this game, and I mean, like, it's a pretty good game. Nice game to play when you're like wanting to do stuff like wait for something. Wario, Master of the Skies. Yeah, this is a pretty good one, because like, I know I wasn't originally given this game, but apparently I played it more than whoever gave it to me. Whoever this game was given to. But so I decided, what the heck, I decided to play it more. Is it pretty good? I mean, like, you play as Wario in a sort of Wario Land-like gameplay. And basically, here you go, you can make your fortune by mastering your disguises. It's like Master Disguise, except it's actually good. If you don't know what Master Disguise is, a very crappy movie starring Dana Carvey. You should not watch it. Sketch your desires to change Wario. You can basically do that. Draw a tail on Thief Wario to turn him into Dragon Wario. Yeah, that's pretty good. You have lots of different disguises, and yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, like, nice little sort of. And apparently, in this game, all the levels are listed as episodes, I think. Yeah, here you go. You have nice little sort of stuff. Off to TV Land, yeah, pick an episode. They're episodes, yeah, like I said. Did you go inside the TV and apparently you play inside the TV? I don't get it either, but yeah, that's a pretty good game. And I recommend you get it, especially if you really like Wario Land and all that stuff. Rayman DS. Yes. This game is a launch title for the DS and was released basically for and because of this they decided to remake Rayman 2 on the DS for some reason, because there wasn't enough, apparently there wasn't enough releases of Rayman 2 already. I mean, I already have it on PC, PS2 and 3DS. We don't need a DS version 2. What we kind of do, because it's like pretty cool. But yeah, this game is based on a Nintendo 64 version, but yeah. This is pretty interesting, actually, because actually, this port isn't the best port ever. I mean, like, it wasn't developed by Ubisoft, actually. It was developed by DC Studios to begin with. I mean, like, if you don't know what DC Studios is, it's basically a company that didn't live for long. I don't know. No, not DC Comics, who made Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman and Robin, Aquaman, all the rest. The Justice Friends, Justice League, whatever you want to call them. Whatever. DC Comics. They're not DC Comics, that's DC Studios, but it's an interesting port nonetheless. I mean, like, it's okay port, but yeah, here's Rayman using his Rayman 3 design. Yeah. It's a pretty good game, to be honest. It's okay. Super Mario 64 DS. It's another launch title, but it's a better launch title. I mean, one of the best ones ever. I mean, like, Super Mario 64 DS. I mean, the original Mario 64. You know the original Mario 64. You know, this one. You actually have the cartridge for it. Yay. This is the remake of it. Yeah, remake because they actually did some stuff to improve on it. Like, they actually extended the game. You mean you can make it to, you can unlock 150 stars as opposed to 120 stars with the original game. Yeah, and you can play as 4 characters as opposed to just 1 character. I mean, like, you can play as Yoshi, Just that you couldn't in Mario 64. I mean, Yoshi was in the game, but he wasn't in the actual. He wasn't actually playable. You mean you could access him on the roof, and then he give you like 99, up to 99 lives, or 100 lives. I can't remember, but yeah. And then you can also play as Luigi, who was a sort of mystery character, who was a sort of thing that people always wondered in Mario 64. Is Luigi a playable character? And so no, he's not. And then people always thought that the thing that said. People always thought that the plaque said L is real 2401, and then that doesn't even mean anything. But here we go. Here we also play as Wario too, who was strong, and there we go. That stuff. It's a pretty good game. I mean, like, it's better than the. It's pretty. You might even say it's better than the original. Yeah, this manual is a bit torn. And I noticed that the manual is not laid out like the other ones. I mean, the manual this time is laid out like a shopping list or something. I might as well just lay out like hits now. But it's a pretty good game, and I recommend you get it unless you're one of those people that don't like it, which is pretty much nobody. Pokemon Black. And do I have the other version? Yes, I do. And Pokemon White. Yeah, I played this one. My brother played this one. Pokemon Black version. Yep, with Reshiram, or Reshiram, or however you pronounce it. Yeah, this is a good game. I mean, like, I know I didn't play that much of it, but it's still a pretty interesting game nonetheless. I mean, I pretty much, like, played a couple of it. I mean, like, I don't know who my favorite starter with. I mean, like, I have Snivy, but I also like Oshawott because he's cute. And yeah, you got Victini, and yeah, Victini, get Victini. No codes, just the codes expired. It expired almost 5 years ago. The code's gonna be expired from 5 years ago soon. Yeah, Pokemon Black. It's good. And Pokemon Black also. SpongeBob SquarePants Atlantis SquarePantis. Yeah. Hey guys, do you remember the SpongeBob episode Atlantis SquarePantis? You know, that SpongeBob episode nobody likes? Of course you do. I mean, you've watched it surely. Yeah. And I bet you didn't like it either. And guess what? David Bowie was in that. And he died recently. That's quite a shame. But don't worry, we have this game too. Yeah. Got the DS version. I played a lot of it. I mean, like, it's pretty good. I mean, like, we have some nice mini games. We also have some nice characters to play as. You can play as Patrick. You can play as SpongeBob, Patrick, Sandy, and Mr. Krabs. But there's also a secret character that I shall not tell you. So that's it. The menu will tell you instead. Squidward is unlocked as a secret bonus character after the game is cleared. Yeah, it's not much of a secret character if you tell us who it is and when you unlock him. So yeah, but nice job explaining that to us, THQ. Yeah, this is developed by Ultron, so it's a pretty alright developer, but it's a pretty good game. I mean, probably better than the actual special itself, but yeah. Or at least the DS version anyway. I'm not sure about I'm not sure about the PS2 and Wii version. Apparently in Finnish, a game means belly. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's a slang word for a film. I don't care. Mega Man Star Force 2, Zerker X Saurian. Mega Man's 20th anniversary, apparently. Yeah, I don't play I don't play much of this game. Mainly because I'm not really interested in it, but my brother got this game again. And we don't really play much of it. Yeah. So I can't really explain to you how it works, or what you do. It was really thick, though. Explains a bit of the game. It's pretty, I don't know. Rhythm Paradise. Yeah, Rhythm Paradise. It's just another day for you and me in Rhythm Paradise. Or Rhythm Heaven, it was called in the US. Because for some reason. Can you keep up with the rhythm? Probably. So yeah, basically this the Rhythm Paradise. This isn't the first one. This is actually just the second one. The first one was released on GBA. I think it was called Rhythm Tengoku. I think, but yeah, I played a lot of this game. I mean, like I tried to get all the perfects in it. Even you play the game on its side like this. Is demonstrated by the thing. Over 50 rhythm games, and then I ended up pretty good. I mean, like they're really difficult too, but as long as you practice them, they're pretty good. Thin manual, as opposed to the thick one that Mega Man had. You had to write sideways. Plain text. Oh look, it's everyone. It's our. Whenever someone plays Rhythm Paradise, this is automatically their waifu, or it's my waifu anyway. It's all in the rest, said Rhythm Heaven Girl in 2008. She'd really appear more. I mean, she wasn't even credited in she wasn't even listed in the credits at the end of the game after you beat that micro game, after you beat that mini game with the riders and stuff. God, I shouldn't have said that. I might have spoiled it. Crap. Sorry. But yeah, I don't care. But I do care the fact that this game is pretty awesome and pretty addicting too. So yeah. This one's already opened. Pokemon Black version 2. Yeah, I don't have the white version myself, but this is mainly more gotten for Dylan, so I wouldn't know how it plays. Like, I'd kind of assume it plays like the other ones. So yeah. Oh yeah, but I want to explain to you now. I don't know why now, but I know. The reason why there's no game cards in any of them is because of the fact that they're all inside a game box I have downstairs. But that's yeah. Mario Party DS. Yeah. The second Mario Party handheld game. The first one being Mario Party Advance, which nobody liked, even though I like it. I played it and completed it. I mean, I don't see what's wrong with the game. I mean, sure, I don't play much multiplayer on it, but then again, I never really play multiplayer on any of my GBA games anyway. But I do play Mario Party on multiplayer anyway, too. But yeah. This is a good game. I mean, it's Mario Party on a handheld, and basically in this game, Mario and the gang become small. So basically, everything's giant or something. Like I'm assuming that's the case, because that's usually how it works. Yeah, it's a pretty good game. If you want a good Mario Party game on handheld, get this, and then afterwards get Mario Party Advance, and then get Dream Island Tour. I don't know. On the 3DS. Get the 3DS one, too. I can't imagine that was good. Yoshi's Island DS, or it was called back then, Yoshi's Island 2, because that was just its early name, or maybe its code name, I don't know. Yoshi's Island DS. Basically, I always wanted to play this game, and I really like this game. I mean, yeah, it's pretty freaking awesome. Saddle up for adventure. Yoshi back in the knee-high in Torridge. Yeah, you have two screens. Yeah, that's like DS all the times. But it's a pretty freaking awesome game. I mean, you can this is developed by Artoon, the developer of Yoshi's Universal Gravitation. Oh, sorry, I mean Yoshi's Topsy Turvy, because that's the American name for it. Yeah. Manual's a bit destroyed, but that's the least of our problems. You have some nice little cute art. Yeah, and it's a pretty good game. I mean, Yoshi's Island was always a pretty cool game for me on the Super Nintendo and the GBA, because I have the actual GBA version of that game, of Super Mario Advance 3. It's a pretty good game. Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. Yes. In this game, it's the second Mario in the second Mario and Luigi adventure. Mario and Luigi, as well as Baby Mario and Baby Luigi, go back in time to save the world from Princess Shroob, who happens to be everyone's waifu. Whenever they play this game. Wow, I've been mentioning a lot of waifus lately in this video. Well, only twice. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have looked at that picture of Princess Shroob and then instantly said that everyone loves her. I don't freaking know. The way people draw her is astounding, though. Anyway, that's irrelevant. Let's talk about the game. The game It's the first one I've ever played. I don't own the I don't actually own Superstar Saga, though I have to get it soon, considering the fact that I have the rest of them. I have them. I was Inside Story. I have them. Have Dream Team Bros, and I have Paper Jam Bros, which I received for Christmas, I might add. I still have to get Superstar Saga. But yeah, anyway, this is a good game. I mean, like, Mario and Luigi series are pretty much one of my favorite RPG series. I mean, not only are they cool, I mean, they're also pretty funny, too. Yeah, along with the Paper Mario series, of course, but yeah, these games are funny, and as well as the fact that, I know this game doesn't really have any much dialogue, voice clips, except for the ones that Mario and Luigi say were basically just gibberish. It's either gibberish or it's Italian. I'm not sure, actually. It could be a mix of both. As cool as that would be, I wouldn't really understand. But yeah. This is a freaking awesome game. I recommend it. And while you're at it, also get this game. Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. Yeah. Basically, Mario and Luigi go inside Bowser, like a sort of DeviantArt thing, or something, I don't know. And so does this, and yeah, that's pretty much the story. That's inside Bowser. But also, this game introduces us to a new character that would later appear in Paper Jam and Dream Team. Starlo! Oh, isn't she just so freaking cute? I mean, like, every time I see her, it's like, I feel like I need her in my life. I mean, she's like really cute. I mean, every time I just can't stop smiling at her with whenever I see her. But anyway, I digress. Anyway, this game is a pretty good one actually, because like there sees the return of Fawful from the from the Superstar Saga, and he returns in this one apparently. We also see a few new characters, like the aforementioned Starlo, or Chippy, as no one ever calls her, even though they call her Chippy more in the game. Yet when it comes to fan art, they always call her Starlo for some reason. Oh, you're in the content page too. Oh, here you are. Anyway, that's relevant. Fawful, the awful. I can't think of much words that rhyme with Fawful. It's just that everyone seems to say Fawful, the awful, like it's the only thing they can think of. Anyway, Brock Monsieur and Broggy, his doggy. And Princess Peach and Bowser and Mario and Luigi. These are the characters you need to know. You can create up to 2 different save files. I don't know what. Oh, it's so cute. I don't know what voice she would have though. I've kind of imagined her to have sort of. Let's see, what would be one of the Powerpuff Girls maybe? Let's see, no, probably Blossoms. That's the best way I could describe it. Maybe. Well, in the original series, I mean, like, not the actual new series. I mean, like, people seem to be hating on the voice actors in that series. It's like the 4 kids voice actors from when Sonic happened. Yeah, this is a good game. You can have, it's like, you can cross between platforming and there's RPG sections too, and that's pretty cool. Last Mario and Luigi game on the DS, before they move on to the 3DS. It is just friggin' awesome. Drawn to Life. Yeah, the first one. This is a pretty interesting concept, considering the fact that, I mean, look, first of all, look at the cute little characters over there, right? Yeah. But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, I like the concept of this. Like, you draw your own hero, probably looking like this, although probably looking like something else that's related to your idea, or something. And basically, you basically do this hero, and then basically you have fun with him, and basically play as him or her in whatever kind of adventures you would have. This is published by THQ and developed by Fifth Cell, who also created Scribblenauts. Predating Scribblenauts, I might add. And this is a pretty good game. Your hero, your adventure. You're basically, like, you draw your hero. You draw anything. You also, not only do you draw your hero, you also get to draw everything else. Anything else that is possible to draw. And it's a pretty interesting idea. Yeah. It's pretty awesome. I recommend you get it. Wow, another copy. Yeah, because I mainly got 2 copies so like we can trade characters. Yeah. Drawn to Life, the next chapter. There was also a Wii version released for this, but I just thought it made more sense to get the DS version, considering that the first one wasn't even made on the Wii. Yeah, this is also really good too. Basically the same sort of idea, and yeah. And you also get to morph into other forms too, and it's pretty freaking cool. Again. Yeah. I really thought though, the start of the game kind of like trolls you. Like when you like start the game, you start to draw your hero, and then it goes like, oh, it just gets destroyed, and then you just realize something happened, and yeah, it's pretty good though. It's the Book of Life. Hang on, Book of Life, isn't that the name? Isn't that the film? Isn't that the name of a film? The Book of Life. It is, isn't it? I mean, I've even freaking seen that film with my friend. It wasn't a bad little film. Yeah. It's a pretty good game, this game. And yeah, I recommend you get it. Drawn to Life SpongeBob SquarePants Edition. Yeah, this game is, well, it's drawn to life with SpongeBob SquarePants entities. Yeah. This game is not developed by the actual Drawn to Life team, actually. This is actually, well, the publisher's the same, which is probably why they decided to put SpongeBob on it and not some other character that wouldn't have THQ games published by him. Yeah, but the game wasn't developed by This game wasn't developed by Fifth Cell, as cool as that would be. No, this game is actually developed by Ultron, the same developers who worked on Atlantis SquarePantis and Truth or Square on the DS. So yeah, so instead of Fifth Cell, they got. So it's the same publisher, but not the same developer. Yeah. Wouldn't it be cool if it was the same developer? Because that means we can get a SpongeBob game that looks like, reminds us of Scribblenauts. I just said that could have been a thing, considering, although Scribblenauts has already made a sort of version of, didn't make SpongeBob version because SpongeBob doesn't have games published by Warner Brothers, but Scribblenauts is published by Warner Brothers. And the fact that Scribblenauts has game that's based on, has DC Comics entities, pretty much. Yeah, but this is still a pretty good game, and you can play as basically like Drawn to Life, except with SpongeBob characters in it. It kind of reminds you of the episode Frankendoodle, as you can see. There's Doodle Bob, which by the way, Doodle Bob, he has a pretty awesome fan game as well. I mean, I've played it. It kind of reminds me a lot of Mega Man, as well as some other games too. It's pretty awesome, actually. Metroid Prime Hunters. I don't play much of this game. I remember playing a lot of the multiplayer section with my brother because he made me play it. It was alright. Yeah, not really a big fan of Metroid, but I still thought it was okay. Yeah, it's the second. Yeah, it's the first. Is it the first? Yeah, it must be. Yeah, it's the first one in the Metroid Prime series on handheld, and then the next one would be Pinball, and then after that would be Wait, did I mix up the order? I don't care. Anyway, and then after that would be Metroid Prime Federation Force. You know, the game that everybody hates because everyone has prejudice in the world now. Great, thank you. Seriously, why do people even hate this game? I mean, it's like, it doesn't even look that bad. I mean, people are just fanboys. Seriously, why? Why? Anyway, this game, Metroid Prime Hunters, is okay. Garfield's Nightmare. Yeah. It's Nightmare of Garfield. Actually, I don't have this game anymore. I think I might have lost it somewhere. But yeah. It was, well, from what I remember of the game, it was pretty good. I mean, like, you play as Garfield in in one of his DS adventures. And it was pretty good, and probably the best Garfield game that was released on the system. Although it did have a few flaws, though. I mean, like, for one, there was no level select, so basically, you had to beat the whole game, and then after you beat the game, you can't replay any level. So yeah, if you try to replay a level, you just play the credit screen if you've actually completed the game. So that was a bit of a shame. I hate these kind of things, because I remember my Shin-chan Shokugan game. The same thing. You couldn't. It kind of did the same thing when after you beat a boss battle, you couldn't play the boss battle again. So yeah. Anyway, that's irrelevant. Not that I've been saying all relevant things lately. Anyway, this game... Well, let me explain the good things of it. There's good music, the platforming is pretty nice, and the minigames are pretty interesting too. And if you open it, there's even some comics in here too. Oh, wait, before Garfield just broke the manual. Has some comics too, as you can see. Old comics. And pretty good comics too. Yeah. That's how I roll. They also translated those comics to German and Dutch too. Yeah. This is a pretty good game. Not perfect, but still pretty good. Mario Kart DS. Yes, this is basically the game that everybody had to have in order to consider themselves owners of a DS. Yeah. So basically, in this game, Mario Kart, this introduced the retro section of them sort of things. Yeah. You know, the sort of karts that are basically had races from previous versions of Mario Kart before this, and it's a pretty good game. And not only that, but you also have missions in this one, and it's pretty awesome. It's pretty much, in fact, one of the best things of this game, and I think they should bring it back. Yeah, this game is freaking awesome. I suggest you pick it up. Dragon Quest 9: Sentinels of the Starry Skies. I didn't play much of this game, although I do remember it being advertised quite a lot. I mean, it's been advertised so much that even Jedward had a couple of ads in advertising this game. I swear. But yeah. So yeah, this game is interesting. I mean, like, it's an RPG, but it's a pretty interesting one. And I also just remembered that. And also just remembered this character's name is Stella, not Sheila. As I was just confused. I don't know. She looks hot though. Anyway, this game is pretty interesting. I mean, I don't really play much of it, but I still kind of had the gist of it. You make your own character, and that's pretty much. And you can adventure by yourself or with friend, which I think was the selling point of it. But I didn't really do much of it because I'm not really that interested in RPGs. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Blue Rescue Team. Yeah. Or is it? Bum bum bum. No, it's Explorers of Time. Well, it would have also been Explorers of Darkness, but we only got Explorers of Time, except came in the freaking wrong case. If I remember correctly, yeah, it says, although it kind of gives us the same premise. Introducing the newest Pokemon, Mew. Yeah, that's it. I didn't play much this, again, my brother. But mainly, actually, I think I kind of remember this anime of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Basically, it involved the Pokemon, and Pokemon could talk in that one. I mean, like, I was like, oh my god, who does this think it is? That other thing that people seem to think it's a rival of, but it's kind of like Tamagotchi, but it's for boys, and I can't mention its name because it just feels wrong mentioning it in front of Pokemon. Digimon. Yeah. That's good. Anyway, this is an interesting game. It looks cute as well. But anyway, what do you expect for Pokemon? Legend of Spyro: A New Beginning. Yeah, I don't know why I wanted this game so much. I mean, I like Spyro, but I mean, it's an okay game. I mean, not fantastic, but I mean, like, it's certainly better than I still prefer it over Skylanders. I mean, I don't really play much Skylanders either, but it's okay. TMNT, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Basically, this is basically based on the rip-off of the reboot. Freaking doofus. Yeah, basically the reboot of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. One of the many before they actually went with the Nickelodeon one. It's published and developed by Ubisoft, but this wasn't. I didn't really play much of this. Again, my brother, but. Even my brother didn't play much of it either. Yeah. And finally, brain training. How old is your brain? Brain training. Basically, it's the game created by Dr. Kawashima. Well, yeah, did it. And it includes Sudoku. Yeah, you know that game. The game that people always seem to pronounce Sudoku because they can't seem to be able to pronounce it correctly, even though clearly the O is before the U, so it's technically pronounced Sudoku. Crap. Anyway, yeah, this is a pretty good game if you want to test your brain. Yeah, It's pretty interesting. I mean, like, he can pretty much do his stuff. And then here's Dr. Kawashima himself. Yeah. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good game. You can test stuff. Basically just stuff like reading tests. And even some color tests too. And some math. Just like Cyber Chase does. Yeah. And that's the end of the DS. This is the end of the DS collection video. I hope you enjoyed it, and that was a really long one, really must say. And this is World Jake 2012 signing out.